What's a civilization-ending scenario that most people aren't aware of? A slow burn collapse is much more likely than a single major event to cause something major. The aliens finally coming back to harvest their livestock of humans. Corn virus. 20% of human civilization's calories, right there. As a kid I learned that if a gamma ray burst is coming right at us we really can't do anything about it, we just get fried. Kept me up for a few nights. A gamma ray burst could fry our planet at any moment with zero warning. Which means you should not waste time worrying about it because no one can do anything about it. I'm an archaeologist. Civilization isn't really used in the field anymore, but that's a different topic. Most cultures/societies don't really have a traumatic end date. They mostly just change or have new things that alter their cultural constructs or socio-political constructs. New ideas, inventions, innovations, attitudes, languages, external stuff going on, internal stuff going on, religious beliefs, etc. These can alter a culture pretty quickly without it being traumatic or even noteworthy. But for something huge that most people aren't aware of? Agricultural destruction of arable land. Often from irrigation in the past, but often it's just the soil wearing out, so to speak.
https://www.science-pi/s00139351203159666 #text equals arable %20 land %20 is %20 facing %20 the characteristics %20 and %20 reshape %20 microbial %20 communities. https://www.science-direct.com/science/article/abs/pi/s00139351203159666 number sign : text equals sign arable %20 land %20 is %20 facing %20 the comma characteristics %20 and %20 reshape %20 microbial %20 communities. It's something that happened a number of times in newly formed agricultural lands. The possible breakdown of the Atlantic Gulf Stream. Solar flare knocking out electric grids. Not only restarting them from a black start is highly complicated, if the transformers are fried, there aren't enough replacements, and to manufacture more we need, you guessed it, electricity. The estimations are that a solar flare on the level of Carrington event, which happened not 2 centuries ago, would cause trillions in damages and set back civilization for decades. I rarely see the media being concerned about water. False vacuum decay. That our universe is not in fact in a stable state, but a metastable one where a transition from one to the other wipes the universe clean with zero ability to see it coming. Blink. Reality is gone on a universal scale. You thought you were important, or your family and city. Country even. The planet that you are familiar with, the moon in the night sky, the midday sun. The wider galaxy and our expanding electromagnetic shell telegraphing our location and history. Blink. Gone. Every star and every galaxy, every bit of space in between and beyond. All gone. Just like that. Flip. Bogon constructor fleet. Gamma ray burst. Supervolcano. Magnetic pole shift. Peak phosphorus. https://en.m.wikipedia.org/wiki/peak_phosphorus. It's an important resource for production of fertilizer, and dwindling supplies could have a significant impact on global food security. Maybe an exaggeration to say that it would end civilization, but it could be a contributing factor to a cascade of problems that have a devastating impact on modern civilization. Big volcanic eruption. Winter for a couple of years. So very cold in winter and still snowing in summer. No food. Energy shortages. massive refugee streams to less affected areas, etc. Not killing all humans but certainly the civilization. Small but realistic chance. The disappearance of bees. Water runs out. Extremely hot temperatures make growing food impossible. Grey goo. A successfully created self-replicating nanobot that can consume biomass could trigger a chain reaction in which most of the planet is quickly consumed. That Yellowstone caldera erupting would mess stuff up pretty bad. Don't die from being in the blast zone and you'll just die slowly from starvation, as the ash would block the sun for a while, killing all crops. Prions. Cultural victories are a little arcane in how they work, so people avoid them in lieu of conquest or diplomatic victories. Chronic wasting disease spreads from deer to people. It's caused by prions, which I'm not remotely qualified to comment on, but the gist is that they are nearly impossible to destroy. Apparently they can't even be destroyed by incineration level heat. I'm certain there is someone who can elaborate on this further in a far better way. Your mum cannonballing into the sea, creating 900 feet tsunamis in all directions. The Gauls invading from the north. Showing your continent to the Spanish. A former reality television star decided to drop nukes in a mutually assured destruction scenario because someone made fun of his ridiculous spray tan. Self-replicating nanotech. We're working on microscopic robots right now. There's a lot of applications for these, especially in space exploration. If these robots were told to self-replicate and got out of control, they could use anything around them as raw materials, including us. I would say foreign body. Our telescopes are powerful, but can't cover all angles at the time. Even if we detected one, and it is a giant moon-sized asteroid, it is game over for every living thing on Mother Earth. Hundreds of comments, maybe one or two scenarios that most people aren't aware of. Some type of massive solar event that basically blasts away our atmosphere and kills every living thing on Earth. The bees. Bees pollinate, and they control a lot of what happens to crops and ecosystems. I'm not a scientist and I'm not super knowledgeable about it, but I read somewhere once that if bees go extinct, humans will follow within 4 years. Civilization won't end despite how much Reddit would like it to. Even if a nuclear war breaks out tomorrow, African brothers and guys from Middle East will initially struggle massively but will continue to reproduce with time. Topsoil loss, annual precipitation changes, heat waves, and extreme weather all coming together to fuck with food supply. Everyone acts like well-stocked grocery stores are just a given, and flip out when prices increase by 10% on non-essentials. There's little reason to suspect the next 20 years won't see significant changes and disruptions here. Boredom post-scarcity. Some random asshole simulation spamming and pulling so much sediment from other planets to write data to that the universe gets torn into shreds. Soil erosion. If we continue down our current path, we might only have 60 to 20 harvests left before we are fucked. Biodiversity collapse. Drinking water scarcity. As climate changes and populations grow, areas will dry up. Wars will be fought over water. Desal plants will help in some areas for those that can afford the water. But it will kill off many. Power surge that causes a mass disruption to all electrical grid/electric items. We'd be utterly fucked in a very short amount of time. Been working on a post-apocalypse story where humanity was wiped out by the atmosphere becoming unbreathable. The POV character is not human, the humans are all dead, and Earth is a tomb world. Mass simultaneous suicide because of malevolent hypnosis, either from our planet, or alien origin.